Hello everyone, welcome to Infinity Stack. In this video, we will build complete MERN Stack CRUD operation. So we can add title here and automatically it will add in the UI, and we can edit it, and we can also remove the from the list. So after watching this video, you will completely clear about how backend and frontend work together and how you can able to build the full stack application. So this will be a very beginner friendly tutorial. So I will start from scratch. So I will recommend you to watch the video. So I will first start the API part. Then after that, second part I will complete the frontend. In frontend, I will use the Next.js. So stay with us and please subscribe to our channel and support us. Thank you. So let's start it. First of all, let's open a cmd git cmd. So here go to in the D directory. We will create a first folder. Let's create a folder name mk man cut. So go to into cd man cut. Okay. Now let's create another folder for server mk cut server. Okay, now go to man. So let's go to into that folder using cd server. Okay, now we need to install few. Do the npm init. Let's give it npm init. Let's say what's up. It says that package name man card server. We say yes, man card server. Then version will be 1. Description, let's say that simple cut operation. Entry point, okay, index.js, we want index.js. Then text command, we don't need. Git repository currently we put empty. Keywords, let's say CRUD. Author, let's say infinity stack. License, we put empty, just press enter, type enter. So if all, then we just use the yes. So now we put a code dot. So we will go in this package. Here we need to install few things. So first of all, we need to install npm install Express. We need to install Express. Then we need to install the Mongoose for database connection. Mongoose. Then we need to install the course for course policy. Then we need to install the .env. So and also another thing, we have to add node.mon. So we start installing. Just wait a second. Yeah, it's installing. Now we need to create let's create a folder called index.js. So we can see that all the things is installed, simple CRUD decorations. So the course.env. So here we need to now use that const. So we will initialize express. Let's say we initialize express. We hide this portion. Let's say initialize express require from express. We need to initialize express. Then we need to initialize the .env. Require, it will be also .env. Then we need to import the mongoose require. After that we have to now initialize our app. So for that, let's initialize our app using const app skeleton express. So we have initialized our apps. Now we need to do for course. So let's import course to require course. Sorry, we forget about the course. Now we have imported course. Now we need to use app.use for express JSON. For getting the configuration file, we need to use the .env.config file. And let's initialize port. For now it will be, let's say, process.env.port, or we can say that 8000. That will be our dummy port. Or we can, for that we need to create a .env file. So here we can say that port, let's say 8000. Yeah, we will get it from there. Now all things okay, and now we need to use another middleware, app.use, and that is the course middleware. So okay, now to check our app is started, let's say app.get. So initial the simple for simple route, we will get a request and get a response. Yes. So let's force them hello world. So hello, so that we can understand that our server is running. It's now fine. Now we need to use the app.listen to get the listening. So we will get from the port 1, and then there is the callback function. So in that callback function, let's use so let's say that console.log, just of checking for that listening from the port. Let's say give our port number, so that we can sure that our app is running. So clear, let's put it clear, and then we could need to go to in package.json. Here we need to use the does it not yeah, we need to use the start command. So let's say start, and it will be the node index.js. So we forget the comma here, and for continuous running we need to use the start, another is start dep. We will use the like in, let's say nodemon index.js. So if we now start npm start for our first command, we see our server is running. Let's check it. So if we just log in for 8000 port, whether is our server is running or not. Yeah, so our Node.js server is running. So now here we can say that instead of that we use the npm run start dep. So this is because if we use npm run start dep, so if we change something, so server will automatically, we do not need to restart again. So that's why we will use that. Okay, and now we need to put our database connection. So we will use MongoDB for that. So let's go in the MongoDB, so to connect our database. So it's loading. So you need to sign in here. So you need to sign up here if you don't have account. It's very simple. You can sign in with the Google also. Let's I use the Google. So I use this platform. So it's taking time for signing. Okay. After when you signing, so you have this option will come. So for that you need to just create a new project. So if we have for creating a new project, you will go to there and you need to create a new project here for create a cluster. So we need to create a new cluster. So let's use free, maybe free or sorry for not there. So just we need to go back to there. So we need to go back and view the organization. So here you need to create a new project. Let's create a new project and let's name it the man cut, and key value will be same project owner. So let's create a project. To create a cluster, we have a man card project. So create a cluster. Here we have the free option. So we will use the free. Then create a deployment. Just wait a few seconds. Yeah, this is our DB user and this is the password. So we need to store this DB password and username and password. So it's needed from there. So now create a database user if we have created. Yeah, our database user has created. Now we need to create a choose a connection. Let's do the connection button. We use the drivers, and here everything is given. That's okay. So we just need to copy it, and in .env there is we need to put let's say our MongoDB. Name it DB. Let's name it. Okay. And here the username and password is given already. So okay. Now we need to put just the one thing that is MERN card. So after that we need to just here input CRUD card. Here we need to put your project name. Okay. So then now we need to connect with our database here. So let's check how we can connect with our database. For that we will start the, let's say, comment it out. Let's say we have commented connect db. So we need to use the const, let's say variable connect. We will use the async function here, so that let's put into the try catch. Let's use in the try catch block so that it will be easy for us. So if error, we will throw the error. Now await, we will also await response mongoose dot connect. Here we need to the process dot env. The file we have put here, let's say what's the name of the file. If we check our .env, so MongoDB, just copy it for save version. So sorry, MongoDB. Okay. So let's check whether it's connected or not. Console log db connected. This will message show. So yep, we need to call that function. So and we have also that another option, that if mongoose dot connection dot on, here we can put that this connected. If we have found that, then we will get a callback, receive a callback function, and here we put the console dot log disconnected, and then another also that mongoose dot connection dot on. If they're connected, then also one success callback. In that callback we will put a console log connected. Okay, and now we need to call it here. We need to call inside that function. So let's say that connect function, so that let's call it, check it whether it's working, listening from port. Oh, actually we update the .env, so we need to restart our server again. So let's restart, run, start. Yep. Let's check it whether it's our database is connected or not. Just waiting. Try catch. Let's check whether its database is connection. Database is not connected yet. Let's check it out. So here is saying that injecting .env2. Maybe we have the .env in this thing. So maybe we have now .env issue. So instead of that, I got it. So maybe we are facing the problem in .env issue. Let's now figure out that. So what is that? We use the .env.config. Is that any issue on that? Let's for that now let's keep this MongoDB in that portion directly instead of process. Let's just take, or do we have the correct name? MongoDB. Maybe, sorry, let's try. Let's try it out. Why our database is not connected? Let's check in the database. So here we need to figure out why. So in that database we need to fix in the database network, so it's giving error. Sorry, it's taking time. I think it's my network issue, so I need to change my network. Okay. Actually that was my internet issue, so I have fixed that in my internet. So now let's check it and start the server again. Let's see what happened. I think it's now working properly. It will connect properly. So if not, then we have to go to change the network address. Here we have to put a IP address list, and here need to put that allow from anywhere. So let's confirm it, so that allow from anywhere approved. Just wait a second. It's also giving me error because we are not that. So just wait a second. We need to, yeah, now activate. So now if we have refresh all, if we have close all, and now we see that DB is connected. So now as our DB is connected, we need to care. So we can start now. Okay, now create a folder called middleware. Here let's give a global. We want to add, let's put a global error middleware. This will be our global middleware.jsx, and create another folder called routes. Here all the routes will comes. Then another for that model. We will have the model. So in the model, so let's say that to-do.js. This will be our model. So in the route, let's put the to-do routes.js. Okay, and another folder, we need that controller folder. So here on controller folder. So in that controller, let's name it to-do controller.js. Okay, so first we need to create the model. So let's create it. So for that we need to just use the const mongoose. So install mongoose. Let's use mongoose. Choose that mongoose. Everything is correct. We are using the mongoose. Now let's create a to-do schema. For that, const to-do. Let's name it to schema for the card. Schema. Let's use that new. We need to use the new mongoose dot schema. Here will be one object. So first property will be the title. Let's use the title. Sorry, title. And here the type of title is string. Definitely type is string. Then we need to put the required. So that requires true, and let's say the title is required. Let's give a message that title is required message. So trim, yeah, trim is true because we don't want to add extra white space. Check. And let's say maybe it's needed, but complete for just that, let's say completed. It will be boolean. Default be false. Now module, so export. We'll do simple CRUD operations, but we'll later update in to-do. So first of all, our focus is into CRUD operations. Then for the to-do schema. Yep, that's all. Now we will need to create a controller for that. So now we will create a global error handler. So that I need to create a global error handler first. Then I will create a global error handler. So let's start by const error handler error rec. We all know that next will be if we have to handle the next. Then let's first const status code. Let's say status code to res status code if not is equal to 200. Then we show that status code, let's say 500. Then res dot status status code. Here we will put the to computer JSON, and in JSON we just use error checked. Here that we put the error dot message or a global message like invalid server. Yeah, so that is our global. So now we need to use it in this is app.use. So where we have used the global middleware, so we need to use this is in the app.use function. So let's call it error handler. So we need to import that error handler const. This will be our global error handler. Middleware. Yeah, okay. Now if we check DB connected, everything okay. Now let's create our first controller. Well, let's create our routes first, then we create a controller. So for creating routes, we need to just follow the, we need to then use the const express require express const router. We need to import the router from express dot router will give us express, and now we need to module dot export that router. So we have export that router. we need to export that router. We are exporting that router. Yep. So now let's create router dot get. Here will be empty, so let's say it will be our controller. So for that, let's create a controller first. So we need to first create a get controller. For creating a controller, we need to first import our to do schema that we have created for CRUD. So to do, let's use it require. Let's do that model we have in the model folder. Just extract that, then into to do. So yep, we have import our to do schema or schema name to do. So let's check first create let's create create to do controller. So let's create a create controller. So for creating, we need to use the const create to do. We need to call the async function request, then we get response, and also then also the next. So if we now we will put obviously in the try catch statement, and we use the in middle next. So we pass the error for that. We pass the error in global error middleware. So that we created. Now let's get from title, because we just only use the title here. Rec dot body. So yep. Now if we need to check if no title. So if no title, then just return a warning, because res dot status. Let's give a status code 400 and return a warning. Let's give a error message so that it can show title is required. Okay. Now let's create a to do. Let's a new to do. Just title create. And now we will use the avoid. We will save in the database. For that, use avoid to do dot save. So it will simply save in the database, and after that we will give a message status code. So let's give a message proper res dot status 201. It's 201 is success dot JSON. Let's give a success true. Then message will be successfully created. Then we pass the data as well. data is to do. Now format this portion. Let's check whether it's work or not. Just format it, and we will use the module.export. Module.exports create to do. Okay, we have export our create to do, and now we can get it here. So instead of route, let's give a post. Let's import that. Yeah, we have imported. Now we need to put that route here. So let's name it to do routes. These routes to require. Let's import from. Let's import from to do routes. Okay, now we have import our routes. So now we need to use that for. So we can just do one thing, that we can put our global error handler. So this is our global error handler. So we can just, sorry, we have just use it here. So we don't need to use here. We need to use the app.use the DB connection here. So app.use the error handler, and we need to use the app.use here. Let's say API SS to do's, and what will be the route names? To so this is our route names. Now we said that app.use. Okay, we need to use the app.use function. We have to just put it app. We don't have correct syntax. We have to use that here so that properly working. .use course. Yep. Now we still say that middleware functions because we are using user. So it's giving that app.use middleware function. So what's happened? Because let's check that this is the function. So why this error showing? Let me check. If we go to there, okay, we don't have export yet, so we need to export it. Let's export here module.exports directly. Let's export directly. Yes, let's export directly. So let's export. So instead of that, we can export it here from here. So let's export from there. Module.exports to error handler. Yeah, I think now our issue is fixed. Okay, now let's test in the postman, so whether it's created successfully or not. For that, let's check in the postman. We open our postman and also check our in the database. If we go to our project, so if we check the database collection, currently there is no collection, but we will see collection here. Let's check API. Let's give API slash to do. Let's test it post. We need to put a body. Here we will put a JSON title. Let's say new to do. Let's post it. Let's see what's happening. It's giving error. So what's that? Cannot. It's 404. Why? Let's check our API name. So basically our API name is to-dos, so we mistakenly added to-dos. Now if we post, we can check successfully created MSS and so if we check in our database collection, let's see, we will check so if we check in our database collection, we will check a to-do option is comes. Now we need to create a get all to-dos function. So let's create a get all controllers. So let's now create just copy get controllers. Let's go for that. We will create a get to-dos. So let's now get to-dos sync. we will get request response, then the next. Now here also we put the tie catch follow, and in the next we will give throw that error in middle layer. Now if we have to get to dos, we will find from to do. Now we will find all the to dos here. So if we now status to dos, so yeah, we will get that. Let's follow our pattern, so that let's follow this pattern, so it will be good. Yep. Now if we check using gets method, okay, we need to export this as well, so let's export it, and we'll get from there. We imports. Okay, now if we check from this, yeah, so we will get all the to-dos from get method. Now we need to use the edit method for that. So for edit we will use the put. Let's use it put input. We will get unique. We will get ID from is to do. Now create a put controller. Create update controller. So just copy this from that side. Update controller. So update. Let's say update to do. Update to do. Here we will get the title from body, and also we will get title from body. Now there is also warning, but we need to just get our previous to do. How do we do that? That's we will go avoid our data model to do dot find by ID. This is special from special method from Mongoose that find by ID. We will get from reg dot params dot ID. So now we will get special that to do that we want to update. So let's give the instead of this error and this, let's give if no to do, say no to do found. Let's say no to do found. Let's rename it no to do found, and so then we just need to update that. So to do dot title is equal to new title. So if they want to update it, and yeah, save. Let's name it that updated successfully updated. Get it. Okay, now if we want to check whether it's working or not, let's check it. Oh, sorry, we have to import that. Let's use the update to do. We have to export that. We are exporting that option, and if we go to do update to, yep, this is the update to do. So if we now check specific to do wise, this is the idea about to do. So just put it, and here we will apply the put method. Let's say title to do 1 2 3. Let's give it. Yeah, it is updated successfully. Now if we get if we just use the get operator, we will see that this to do is updated. Yeah, this to do title has been updated. So that's it. Now we need to use the delete. So for that we will delete also same router dot delete. So here just need to call the delete to do controller. So let's build a delete to do. So for that we will I just need to use either same logic. I need to find it and delete it. So let's delete to do. Here exactly same logic. So in delete we will do not receive any response from the body, so we do not know that, but we need that. So ID, so we will find that specific ID that wants to delete. Then no to do found. Okay, that's message. After that we don't need that. Just here we can do find by ID and delete. So this way we can just put delete. Do not know that. and just here they're successfully deleted. Okay, so in that case delete is happening. So if we now just check our delete to do and just put a delete to do, yep, and now let's format the selection for, let's say, delete. We want to delete this. Let's delete this. What message is? Yeah, it says successfully deleted, and for deleted we doesn't need to give that deleted options. So in the controller, if we go in the controller, we doesn't need to give that data. Successfully deleted. Now if we check in the, let's say, get method, we'll see there is no data found. Data is empty. Now let's create a one data. Let's create post. We see one is created. So that's it for our API side. So next we build the client side and connect with both so that it will be easy.